Hey guys, this is Michelle from The Weight of Things. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're not watching this live, I'm hoping to have it posted so that you can get to watch it later. I've never been live before, so I don't exactly know how to do that, but I will try my best to figure it out because this is something that I would love for you all to be able to hear, whether you're available to be watching it live or you need to watch it later. Um, so what I basically wanted to talk to you guys about today was something that I want you guys to be so careful that you are not doing on your journey. And I think it's something that we all do at times, and that is comparison. They say that comparison is the thief of joy, and I believe that that is absolutely 100% true because when we are comparing ourselves to others, we can't even enjoy what we currently have. We can't enjoy the moment. We can't enjoy what we have because we're so busy, whether we're comparing because we think that we're better than the person or we're comparing because we think that they are better than us. We can't enjoy what we currently have because we're looking at other people's journey and measuring our own success, our own journey based off of theirs. And I find that being on like a weight loss journey, it's so easy to be able to do that, especially if you are trying to follow a specific plan and other people are doing the plan or have done the plan and they're saying that they've lost like so much weight or whatever their success accomplishment in it has been. It can kind of feel like, you can kind of feel down, like if you don't get that same result. And we can end up comparing our journey to theirs and thinking, well, I did it and I didn't lose that amount of weight. And it can kind of just make you feel down and make you feel like, well, what's wrong with me kind of thing. So I think that it's very important for us to remember that our bodies are going to be different than other people. So even if we're doing the exact same thing that somebody else has done, that doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to have the same result. We're not necessarily going to have the same result as them because our bodies are different and our body reacts to things differently than theirs. And oftentimes when we try something and it's not working for us, hey Claudia, oftentimes when we try something and it's not working for us, we can think to ourselves, well, like, why isn't it working? But number one of the things that I do want to say is that if you are doing something and you're getting up and moving or you're eating more healthier than you were, just something is definitely happening. Like just because the scale is trying to tell you that nothing is happening, something is most definitely happening. Because you're moving your body, you're doing things that you never used to be doing. So whether it's a muscle getting strengthened, whether it's your hormones getting back into alignment, whether it's you just actually even feeling physically better, emotionally better, mentally better, something is definitely happening. And so I want us to I just wanted to come on here quickly because as anybody that's a YouTuber knows, like making a video can sometimes be like such a process. And I'm actually studying right now. So I thought to myself, I wanted to make a video about this, which would be kind of easier in the sense because it's like then I can kind of edit out any mistakes and I wouldn't be as nervous as I am right now, knowing that I'm live and I can't edit out mistakes. But the whole process of like setting up the filming, setting up the lighting, and then editing the video to get it on, I just thought to myself, literally, I don't have time to do that. Like I have to go back to settings. So I'm like, I'm just going to come on here. It's my first time being live. I'm going to do a live, say what I want to say, and then I am out. So I don't plan to be on here for very long. But I just really wanted to encourage us all into this, just to ensure that we are being very careful not to compare ourselves, especially when we're watching people on YouTube. Now, you see somebody on YouTube and you think to yourself, I'm this work in progress. You watch somebody on YouTube and you think to yourself, like, oh my gosh, this person had such great results. And, they can tell you step by step what they did to get those results. But at the end of the day, you don't live with them. So you don't know if maybe they had more of a workload that week, whatever little changes that they themselves may not have even noticed that they did. So don't look at somebody else's journey and compare it. You can look at someone's journey for encouragement. You can look at somebody's journey for inspiration, but don't look at somebody's journey as your measuring stick. Do not measure your success comparison to theirs and think that you should be where they are or you should be getting the same amount of success. And like I'm talking about this in terms of like, a physical journey, like, with weight loss. But this, I think, can be put in place any aspect of our life, even any of us here that are YouTubers. A lot of times, I remember when I first started on YouTube, I would say, oh, I only have 30 subscribers. And like that word only means that we are comparing it to something else. Maybe somebody else who's a YouTuber who, maybe they've been on for 3 months or however long, and they have way more subscribers. And we kind of compare ourselves based on that other person's success. And we'll say, well, this is where they are and this is where I am. And that's the thing is that, as I said, it's like we can't get to enjoy what we currently have because we're always comparing it to someone else. And I had to really put that into practice and think to myself that when I'm saying only, you have to think about whether you have 2 subscribers, whether you have 1 subscriber. This is not like subscribing to a newspaper where the person knows that they're going to hear from lots of different editors. They're going to, get to read the classified, get to read the news, get to read the entertainment. Those 2 people, 30 people, 50 people, 100, 1,000, however many people you have that are subscribed to you are subscribed to you. They came on your channel and said, you know what? I'm interested to hear what this person has to say. So for us to think like, oh, well, I only have this many subscribers. No, we can look at it like that and say only, or we can be like, wow, 30 people subscribe to me. Wow, 5 people subscribe to me. 5 people want to hear what I have to say. So I think like it's always about choosing to look at the glass as half full rather than half empty. And again, just not looking at our glass comparison to somebody else's, but just looking at our glass and enjoying the process, enjoying what we are doing. And as I said, remembering that even if you're not seeing the scale moving, that remembering that something is taking place, even if it's just within yourself, even the simple fact that you got up to do a workout in itself is something taking place. That's something that's happening. And so I just really wanted to encourage you guys about this. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this morning is because I actually saw somebody posted something. I was trying to get it up today, and it really hit me. And so I just want to read it to you quickly what it says. And it's about comparison. And it says, comparison is the root of most of the misery we feel in life. Comparison makes it impossible to view ourselves from any sort of outside perspective. It is an absolute snare for the soul. Consider what comparison does to our view of others. First, when we compare ourselves with those we perceive to be better than we are in any given area of life, the comparison produces a sense of inferiority and insecurity. Whenever we see those people, they become reminders that we do not have what it takes and are failing and falling behind. We feel that we must toil and strive to keep up, yet the harder we try to do that, the more we get caught in a cycle of despair. Comparison erodes our sense of worth and self-esteem, and it has a flip side. When we compare ourselves with people we perceive to be inferior to us, we are filled with a sense of superiority. The people around us become constant reminders of how good we are and how well we are doing, and judgment and pride can creep in. Then it says, the attention of others matter to us because we are afflicted by a conjugal uncertainty as to our own value, as a result of which affliction we tend to allow others' appraisals to play a determining role in how we see ourselves. Our sense of identity is held captive by the judgment of those we live among. And so when I read that, that really made me think again of my journey. If you haven't watched my video about the saltwater flush, please make sure that you do. But I think that happened to me a little bit when I did the saltwater flush, because as I mentioned in the video, I had watched so many different videos, people saying that they had all these different successes, all these different achievements when they did the saltwater flush. And I got so amped thinking that's what's going to happen to me, not realizing that my body and not remembering that my body is different than everybody else's. And I can look to them as inspiration, encouragement, and say, okay, well, that's what happened to them. I want to try it for myself and see what happens to me. I just automatically thought that happened to them. So when I do it, that's what's going to happen to me. And so when it didn't, I did start to feel a little bit deflated. Like, oh no, it didn't work. What happened? What did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? Instead of just realizing that was there journey. That's what happened to them. And this is what happened to me. There's no right or wrong. It's just that we are different. And so we had different reactions to doing possibly even the same thing. Because as I said, I don't live with them. I don't know what they did, what they didn't do. So I just wanted to come on here really quickly and encourage us all to be very careful in your journey of life, not just in your fitness journey, but in your journey of life, to not let comparison become a snare to you, not be comparing your journey to somebody else's, your promotion or their promotion to yours, anything in life. Just living your life as it is, being free to just be thankful for whatever it is that you have, where you are in your journey, and just wanting to be better than you were yesterday, letting yourself be the measuring stick. Can I be better than I was yesterday? And letting that be your inspiration to keep going, instead of looking at other people and maybe allowing yourself to feel despair, allowing yourself to feel down, or allowing yourself to be looking at other people saying, oh, I'm doing much better, and thinking that you need to keep up with that, keep up with being, trying to live up to that standard that you've already set for yourself. Just allow yourself the freedom to just be you and to just live this journey. Like, this weight loss journey especially is not it's not a race. Like, it's not a race where you're comparing yourself to somebody else and you're trying to win. The only person that you are in competition with, the only person that you are battling, is the person in the mirror. The person that I'm battling is the person that I'm looking at right now in the screen. That's who I'm battling against. And every day I have to get up and decide that I'm going to be better than the person that I was yesterday. And that is my measuring stick. That is my goal. And as I said, remembering that if you're not seeing the measurements that you want to see, if you're not seeing the weight that you want to see, just remember that if you're getting up and you're doing something, or you're eating better than you were yesterday, or you are focusing on your mental health, then something is taking place. And just keep going and just keep striving to be better than you were the day before. And that's all we can really do. So anyways, everybody, happy Friday. I hope you guys all have a blessed and good weekend. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Have a good day.